here. Today we're going to be playing some more Doki Literature Club Plus. I didn't check the menu last time, so we're gonna do that. My confession. The lady who knows everything. This is what we were doing for Yuri. I do like these sketches. Promo. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. Okay, there's a reason I haven't started actually playing the game. I was just letting music play. Maybe we'll pop the achievement. No, we did Doki. Nice, Kawaii. Okay. And of course, side stories we have more. Doki Literature Club. Doki. We played this game a lot, okay? Not on stream. I've just heard that music so much. When horrible things happen, not just because someone... Why do I feel like my audio is louder? Ah, because something finicked with my mic settings. Apologies about that. We'll continue now. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. I misclicked. But because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist... I'm turning on the music, I'd like to hear. Okay. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understood what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly bad thing. Particularly bad. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? She's going to apologize again. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah. Suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it a little difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, the right side of the book. That way I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting, man. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she is in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me and I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she touches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she always second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like you can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment. For the Sato, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with it. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Oh wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know that you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it that it is kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Hey everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on the top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, slip it back into my bag. I ain't gonna lie, if this was me reading that book, I'd have to put like 6 bookmarks, 6 different notes written down as well, just so I'd remember what page. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I don't really find much inspiration since I've really never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sorry, Monica and Nancy pull out their poems. Sorry. This is an unclosed sheet of a loose torn spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. You can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Mitsuki and Yuri practically comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay. I will mention we actually don't need to read any of these poems anymore. The reactions will be slightly different. Especially Natsuki and Yuri, since they're the main romantical characters. Basically the reactions kind of flip in their own way. I personally am not gonna read all of that. As I said, the other routes are gonna be a lot quicker, because we're gonna basically be skipping through anything we haven't seen before. So. Skip. Oh. Yuri seems most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be frank. Yuri reads a poem I knows. Exceptional. What was that? Is it that loud? I guess I have to. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing do you have? What experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly. Then my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri chose off another funny excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. She said there are specific writing habits. Eh? It's nothing really. As you can see, we can just skip them all, but it allows us to. No? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Sato. Me too. So, I guess we will be reading them, because I'm only going to skip the text that it lets me skip. The game. So, if I haven't seen it, then I'm just going to read it. So, Sayori, you're next. I'll end with Natsuki. Now, Monica. Good job, Asato. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It was really metaphorical. I'm not really sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked then. Anyway, you know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that efficiently, both allowing people to get something out of it just by the feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuisances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could be a lot before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. Love to see you try new things. Okay, Natsuki's last one. Sato, if you're not going to take this cup seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. Would you expect me to believe that you actually put effort in this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what. To improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're seriously a talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. But, well, but here's the thing. no matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is. They're still putting their feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. You kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, I think she would too. Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. Excuse me. Ended up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's pray for my look all your faces right now. Don't worry, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. Or was it? She really didn't need to do that. Okay, just want to make sure I read that right. Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her chest. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Should stop reading sigh, shouldn't I? Probably. Everything alright? So embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. Probably hate me now. No. Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Asato. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, eh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. Just about time. Oh, skip this part. Day 2 of poem. Whoop whoop. Vitality. After image. Eternity. Agonize. Suicide. Contamination. Unrestrained. Infinite. Electricity. Existence. Disarray. Raindrops. Ambient. Journey. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Starscape. Analysis. Horror. Vivid. Incongruent. Sensation. Okay. Hey, Yuri! Eh? Ah. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, that's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts with her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Eh? We're just... Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry. I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Asato in club activities? Eh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that? Then let's go, Asato. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment here. I've been trying to soften my voice when Yuri's speaking, because I know she's a bit more timid. For, like, Monica, Sayori, and Natsuki, it's hard to get a judge for how they'd speak. Okay? I'm no voice actor. Wouldn't mind being one, but I'm no voice actor, so I'm not gonna try and alter my voice too much. But I will speak a little softer when it's Yuri speaking, and more how I usually speak when I'm speaking as the main character or anyone else. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that. It makes me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Sato. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? You can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. I know that I'm adding a few extra stutters when Yuri's speaking. Part of it's not purposefully. I just think she's more nervous than the other characters. Yuri lifts her head. Asato? I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button on my control. I clicked X instead of A. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Sato, do you like oolong tea? Oh yeah? Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed? I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try to expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you around. Anyway. When it's you who's around. Anyway. Ah! That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Asato. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll let Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Asato, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have to... English! I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I have... Ah, my voice. It's like changing 6 different times for Yuri. I'm not trying to make my voice sound... I'm just trying to soften it. I'm not trying to change it. Now I'm getting a bit embarrassed. I have a... Yeah, I'm just gonna read normally. Ah, flip this. Sorry, I'm not going through the extra effort. If you... I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, so it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time. Oh, I would like to mention, for Natsuki's route, I did finish it, in the past. For Yuri's route, I have gotten up to this point. For Sayori's route, I have never touched. And for Monika's route, I also haven't touched. So, yeah. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand. Though it's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. Good man. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. Before I let go of the book. To finish over the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. The lighting effect of the particles is really nice. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any hard time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. Take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I have to place the chocolate in my mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... He looks at me. Just needs confirmation. Just what just happened? Sato? Sorry. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. If I can tell by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Ah! Like before, Yuri parts her lips. It's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share a poem. It's not. Sato, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuffer. Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Then we hastily clean up without making a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us would have the courage to bring up. Who should I share my poem to first? Sayori? Bzzz. Let's go through Monica as well. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to shut Monica up for the day? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but you find your inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like totally different person when she picks up the pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's not hard to get much personal conversation. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers. Hope you didn't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep to herself too much. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah. A fictional one, anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, there's nothing really wrong with that. Huh. I don't know if I have any plans to play that game. I could chalk it up to, here, I'll add that to my wish list at the very least. I can at least do that much. So yeah, this is one of my favorite games. As you can tell, because the fact that I haven't stopped laughing for 5 minutes. Might. I'll look into it. Okay. It's on my wish list, so I'll look into it in my own time. We do like some psychological horror. Oh. Did I actually say the genre of the game? Didn't mean that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like this. I like the way this turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Don't worry, the only reason I'm skipping that text was, I've seen it before. Previous streams I have done a different route for a character, so... Let's head to Natsuki. Let's end on Yuri this time. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you putting in some effort. It's good, but I still don't like this at all. You're trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not, no, I'm oh god. I'm taking on, deep breath. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? Well, what are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this kind of... this angsty... Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. Somehow I struck a nerve, though. What I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back at me. Take your stupid poem. If you write it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what you get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Yuri! Let's see what you've written for the day. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Osato? This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Yeah, but just yesterday I was telling you this kind of telling you the techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yeah, he doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote for today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. A new poem unlocked! The Raccoon! Okay. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread was my hungry curiosity. The raccoon wasn't. The raccoon, an urge. The moon. Enticements? Increments? The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. I'm gonna take some more English lessons. This is why I'm probably gonna go to college, so I can learn to read. Am I illiterate? One more. On my eye. Ow! The moon. I off my cutting knife. Oh, there's something in my eye. Ah! No! I need my left eye. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread. Fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Huh. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Yeah, I don't know either. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. Usually, not unusually. So, sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Sato? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There aren't many people like you, Asato. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a nice feeling. And you're the thing for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. I would walk home with Yuri. Walk home with Yuri, huh? What is the thought that would make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? And we're already nearing the end of Yuri's route. Okay. We are writing for Natsuki. Papa. Sugar. Cute. Giggle. Anime. Hop. Pink. Cheeks. Kawaii. Jumpy. Bliss. Ah. Skirt. Sit. Dance. Puppy. Jump. Sunset. Parfait. Chocolate. Parfait. Hair. Doki Doki! Oh man. Does it feel like I'm being watched? Glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri appearing at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation of her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now, it's a little easier for me to do that. Stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only concern of those willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. That's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say anything stupid. It's not like that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Sato, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what's going on in the inside of her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel concerned for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully applying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to play it that way. We are just good friends, that's all. And we have officially friend-zoned Sayori 2 times. Congrats to me. Whoop whoop. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware. Rainia, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. Should be taking my mind off the whole thing anyway. We just need Yuri's poem. Decided to try something different today? I guess so. Is it good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Eh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just mean that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to the sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. You want to show your palm now? Okay. Here. Beach. Seems familiar, doesn't it? Another beach poem, eh? Well, once we're done here and we get to the screen again, we go back. Beach. A marvel millions of years in making. Where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clean blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray, rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently look at you, fountains? Look at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sand castles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line. Tempted by the foamy tendrils, turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shone. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about. I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other. I suppose it's better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it was no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But I suppose it's not a bad idea to write about something simple on occasion. It could be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. As you know, I saved the last time I did this. I like making sure I have the poem here. Balance. Just ignore that. We get to see some of our newer things. The raccoon and beach. Yep. Yuri. Whoops, wasn't supposed to load that one. Now it's time for Yuri's third poem. Okay. Agonizing. Contamination. Massacre. Essence. Vertigo. Electricity. Judgment. Despise. Captive. Or scars. Or scars, sir? What? Ah! Disaster. Disoriented. Analysis. Heaven sent. Ambient. Frightening. Philosophy. Infallible. Starsky. Incongruent. Graveyard. Zero. Let's get that Doki out of the way first. Yeah, no thanks. Hey, you didn't even... Next. Sayori. Monica. Your style has gotten so refined, Asato. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I really didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway. Last but not least, Yuri. Masato. Your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. Every poem you've shown me has been short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I have been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something, and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Asato, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it, anyway. But books are full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people, you know, would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers. And problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know, and those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Asato. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. And to the thing she said about how to act normal. It's that... I'm gonna say this again. Like I did last stream. But a different talk of sorts. You don't have to be normal. As long as you're... You don't need to fit in with everyone. It's not required of you. As long as you're happy, it doesn't matter. As long as you put an effort into things that you enjoy, you'll always be successful in some way. It's a short way of viewing on life, and it's a good way of going about things. I'm not all knowledgeable either, but I have a kind of reason for having this knowledge. I guess I'll speak of that when we reach our end goal, our final day together. Such a long time from now. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know, I'm a difficult person, Asato. Difficult? In no way informing you're a difficult person, Yuri. I've seen difficult people. You're not one of them. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me like anyone else. It's so rare. I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see you that way, then screw them. Man. Oh, my eye. A moment. So sorry. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say, if at least I had at least one success. Wouldn't you? You put it that way? Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in my hands. In my hand? No, in her hands. But this time, she's smiling, as she does. You want to show me your palm? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Hey, let's go. Ghost Into the Light Part 2! Yeah! Part 2 to a poem I could hardly understand the first time, even after being explained it, but this time I think I get it. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A toned figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. The ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I hand it back to Yuri. Instead of taking it, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having even a harder time speaking than usual. Does this mean... Does this one mean a lot to you? Very nice. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge from Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes it then back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is, again Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Hey, you three. Of course I'm going with Yuri. Well, I'll probably do this while helping out Yuri. Me? You serious? Why would you? That's okay. I didn't tell you about to say something mean. No. I was just saying. So you're helping out Yuri then, Sato? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said that would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, should be about it. You guys excited? Well, excited is not the word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Asato? Me? I guess. You could say I'm interested in to see how it turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. He anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I didn't really want Sato pick me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing I do for the event will compare to that. So, I get it. I'm kinda surprised though. What, why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried something Sayori would say at the time. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good, it seems. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of this whole event. I believe you. Yeah. Hope to see everyone doing their best. With that, there's nothing more for the day. I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright? Get out of here then. Run past the things. I start to follow Monika next to you. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I'm contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. Can't believe that slipped my mind. She gave me my phone number. I think that would be the best way, yes? Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. Just thought I'd be wanting to go to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, there won't be a problem. Decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it shouldn't matter much either way. I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Asato. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting one reason. With the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But... Yuri thinks to herself with an extreme tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. We've made so much progress today. The first 3 parts were getting to Poem 1, Poem 2, Poem 3. The first route. And now we're like, yes, let's finish the entirety of Yuri's route in one sitting. The question is if I start Sayori or not. She's our third route. And our final one for this walkthrough. I'm feeling a bit drowsy, and I don't want that to affect my speech or anything. I also do not want the dogs start barking. It's around that time. I streamed a lot. I started the stream a lot later. So, this time I'm not going to end the stream because of my throat, but because of logic. I do not want my dogs barking while we're playing a game where I need to be speaking. This is probably the most almost tripped. Most speaking I've done. Next time we will finish off Yuri's route and head over to Sayori, which will wrap up Act 1. I'm pretty sure I'll complete all Act 1 tomorrow. As I said, we're doing daily streams. We'll get done with this in no time. I vowed taking a back seat because I do not feel like retyping Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Yeah, that's my reason. I'll let you guys know this now. Well, let me save. Exit Doki Doki. Before I do anything. Promo. I'm saying this is our wallpaper for now. I think it's good to change up the wallpaper. Yes, I'm listening to music for a moment because that's an achievement. So I listen to this song for a moment, but you're all free to leave. I'm gonna just keep the stream running for a moment. Might rant, might not, might end the stream. I don't know. But we're done for the gameplays. As I said, side stories all are gonna come at the end of the game. This is the very last thing I'm doing. I cannot grab. I want them all unlocked, and I'll do them probably one sitting. I do not want to overwhelm you guys with stuff that isn't relevant at the moment. So far, who's your favorite character? You can say the main character, I will allow you to, but please choose one of the 4 girls. Out of the 4 of them, which one's your favorite? At this point in the game for us. So we haven't really explored Sayori much. We don't really know much about Monica either. But we have a pretty good idea of who Natsuki and Yuri are. We'll find out a lot more about Yuri next stream. But if I had to say, out of the 4, my favorite so far has to go to Yuri. My preference has changed compared to my past self, who preferred Natsuki. My reason is I'll kind of go with something I heard from someone else. Is that I would prefer our interests be different. Like Natsuki, yeah, we have similar interests. I like anime. I own a singular manga. I can't even read it because it's not the first one. My family tried. Oh, there's the achievement. Buy my mixtape. Spend 20 minutes listening to the music on the desktop. Well, I guess I'll be ending the stream very soon. But, I prefer our tastes to be different. I like reading, but not books. So, that would allow me to... I could start getting into that a bit more. It probably help me read if I was reading with someone. Seeing how we don't know, like, Sayori, childhood friend, and such. We don't know her tastes in, like what she enjoys and stuff much, other than food. Oh my gosh, we know she loves food. Monica, piano? We don't know much about her. We know the least. We know that Sayori has severe depression. I do hope you enjoy. This was Asato. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. We will be back tomorrow, part 5. I will inform you of any notices of days I might not be streaming. At the moment, the only time I can give you is there was a day in April. I have a dentist appointment. I have to get the crown done. So probably twice in April. I did some research into that. So twice in April there won't be streams. I'll need rest and recuperation for that day. More like mental preparation, but... Excuse me. But yeah, so... Hope you guys have enjoyed. Bye-bye!